What up, guys? Your boy Quake, and it's not looking good for Keefe D at all. And even 50 Cent agrees. For those that aren't aware or have been living under a rock, back in 2023, Keefe D got locked up for ties to potentially being involved in the murder of Tupac Shakur. And obviously, over the years, a lot of people have suspected that he had some sort of a role in it. He admitted to police back in 2008 under a proffer agreement that he was in the car that shot at Tupac and eventually killed him. Throughout the years, Keefe D ended up doing interviews, talking about his life story, and really revealed a bunch of information that involved the Tupac murder. And all those interviews got piled up and used as evidence against him. And now he's locked up, and now the prosecutors have a major win in the case. So let's go over this. Justice for Tupac's death might not be too far away. With September marking 30 years since his death, Keefe D will be standing trial in just a few weeks for his alleged role in his death. However, it's turning into an uphill battle for him as he's now facing a major setback. According to All Hip Hop, the judge ruled that a 2008 interview he gave to police can be presented to the jury as evidence. Defense attorneys had attempted to block the interview, arguing that investigators assured Keefe D, whose legal name is Dwayne Keefe D. Davis, the statements would never be used against him in a criminal case. They also claimed he spoke under pressure out of fear for the safety of his family. However, the court found those arguments unpersuasive, noting that Davis was represented by legal counsel during the interview and was not in a vulnerable position when he made those statements. The ruling removes a key element of the defense's pretrial strategy, but it is only one piece of the prosecution's case. Prosecutors are also expected to rely heavily on Davis's 2019 memoir, Compton Street Legend, in which he recounted his alleged role in the events surrounding Shakur's fatal shooting. In the book, Davis claims he was riding in the vehicle involved that night, identified his late nephew, Orlando Baby Lane Anderson, as the gunman, and wrote that he supplied the firearm used in the attack. Keefe's defense lawyers maintained those accounts were exaggerated for commercial purposes. They argued they were intended to sell books and attract publicity rather than serve as factual admissions. Prosecutors, however, contend the repeated detailed descriptions support their allegations that Davis helped organize the fatal shooting. The closely watched trial will begin on August 10th and is expected to last approximately 4 weeks. The 64-year-old is charged in connection with the 1996 killing of rap icon Tupac Shakur. If convicted, he could face a sentence of life in prison without the possibility of parole, which, at 63, he's practically, out there. He's pretty much done with life. So I guess he kind of got away with it because, come on, you get locked up in your 60s, life's already starting to become over pretty soon, So, yeah, so that's it. They are going to present that 2008 interview in court as well as his book. So he is essentially screwed because in that interview, too, he drags Diddy in there. And he says that Diddy paid for the hit to get Tupac. I believe he says that he only got paid half of the money, but he didn't actually touch the money. It was Zip from New York who got the money and ended up using it for himself to open up his club and stuff like that. I explore this in my own documentary, the Diddy $1 million hit documentary. So if you haven't seen that, check that out. I really break down, did he actually spend that $1 million to kill Tupac? 50 Cent saw this and responded to it. And he said something interesting. He said, Keefe D, show some love, brother. Love, LOL. These old school guys are telling. So basically he's going to say, at least 50's predicting that, hey, when the trial starts, Keefe D is going to start talking. And is probably going to point fingers at Diddy because he hates the fact that Diddy got away with all this stuff and that, Diddy is not going to be serving a lot of time for the stuff that he got locked up for. I mean, his release date got released up to January, so he got pushed up again, despite him getting into solitary confinement and getting into fights, which is no surprise there. But that's it for this. Let me know what you guys think. I think it's basically going to be impossible to drag Diddy into this. There is no official tie to him in any way, shape, or form. But it's going to be interesting nonetheless. And what happens, and the trial's starting very soon here. So I will keep you guys updated as much as I can with this trial and see what happens. Maybe Tupac gets finally some justice, and at least one out of the 4 people gets locked up for his murder. But yeah, we'll see what happens moving forward.